Well, let's talk that action plan other than that comment, and we'll put in our battle plan how you can make those comments and you can support the idea of investing your pension dollars to get you a good return as opposed to some idea that somebody has, well, I want to do this social thing or that social thing. But there are other practical things that investors can do. So tell us some of the things that an investor can do to make certain their money is invested to support their values.
Yeah, sure. So at the Free Enterprise Project, we developed for the first time this year what we call the Investor Value Voter Guide. I highly recommend it. Come to nationalcenter.org. What we do is we break down the worst of the worst liberal resolutions and show that not only will they not make the companies more money, they'll in fact cost business at the end of the day. So I highly recommend that. And I highly recommend that first of all, investors should be contacting their fund managers to find out how they're voting on their behalf, right? So that's an important step to say, are you voting for these ESG resolutions? And if you are, stop it, right? And if you're a fund manager, that's the next level up is to talk about the proxy advisors that you're using. So the proxy advisory service is a terrible marketplace because two terrible actors control 97% of the market. And many fund managers robo-vote along with the recommendations. The two firms are Institutional Shareholder Services and Glass Lewis. And again, these guys vote heavily in favor of far-left ESG resolutions. Oh, and by the way, they recommend no votes on all of my shareholder proposals. So it shows you, where they are. They're not looking out for the fiduciary interest of anyone.
Well, that was brilliant. The progressive left, they're playing what I think is 3D chess. Well, we're playing chutes and ladders. They were smart enough to take over these institutions. When I was doing investment management, we trusted them. But what you're telling me is we can no longer trust them. See, everybody gets these things. This is, if you're a shareholder, you get these proxy ballots, and they're votes, and you get to vote for your directors, you get to vote for director-led proposals and shareholder proposals. So this one says on the outset, it says, vote, your investment, your vote, your choice. That should be true. But unfortunately, you've not been taught how to make it true, how to make it your voice, or what to do about it. Justin has just shared with you how you can start to make a difference and start looking at these, and they're going to give you information. Tell us where investors can get good information. Are there other services like Second Vote or others that you can suggest that people look at?
Yeah, Second Vote is wonderful. They have a whole list of values that would align with conservatism, traditionalism, freedom, liberty, and you can look at a company and they're scored on numerous different levels, including issues like religious freedom, the Second Amendment. So if you have an issue that you're passionate about in the culture wars that we're in, Second Vote provides a great resource for that. And if you're a fund manager, call up your ISS or Glass Lewis representative and say, what are you doing? Why would you support a shareholder proposal at Chevron that 53% of the voters just voted for, demanding that Chevron align its lobbying policies with the Paris Climate Accord? That's insane. The U.S. is pulling out of that. Trump is so right to do so. But now Chevron has to align its policies because of a far-left environmental shareholder resolution. And Larry Fink and BlackRock supported that resolution, by the way, which again goes to show you he is putting the screws on American companies in the middle of a pandemic, and it's shameful.
It is shameful. Well, you can learn more at secondvote.com, but you can also learn more from the Free Enterprise Project. So Justin, take a minute and tell us about your Free Enterprise Project and what you're doing and how people can learn more about that.
Yeah, so come to nationalcenter.org. You can check me out on Twitter at DanHoffJustin, and just reach out to us, engage with us. We've been in this battle for a decade, filing resolutions that support the values that you believe in. And we're in an uphill fight because the vote is rigged for these shareholder proposals. By the way, Congress needs to step in and do something about that, but that should be a show for another day. Come and look at the shareholder resolutions that we're filing. If you see bad corporate actors, there are so many out there, we can't follow them all. Let us know what you see. if you're suffering from viewpoint discrimination at your corporation, let us know that. We know it's rampant in places like Silicon Valley, but it's not just there. It's all across industry, especially in far left media as well. And so, yeah, just come to nationalcenter.org, reach out to us on social media, and engage with us. We're happy to talk to investors, we're happy to talk to fund managers, and we're happy to talk to folks that just want to retire someday and don't want companies getting all involved in these political and cultural battles to start with.